right. Wrapping up the week in a muddy day down in South Florida, off the turf, muddy track, lots of all weather, lots of maidens. Boy, it's going to be a challenging card. Hopefully it's a fun card. Terry looking for his fifth. Well, yesterday you had your best bet win. I don't know that it turned a profit, but still.
Yeah, unfortunately, my second, I didn't get the second place for my exacta. So, you collected on the win, but you actually didn't show a profit for it.
So. As far as I'm concerned, it's a streak. You're going for your fifth consecutive day or fifth consecutive day where your best bet will factor in a big way. So let's hopefully close out that week in that fashion. As always, we can close out our week with some free picks today over at Guaranteed Tip Sheet. Got some big races this weekend, some Kentucky Derby qualifiers. The Louisiana Derby, I think, is in the mix. The Jeff Ruby Stakes. Make sure you take advantage of all that over Guaranteed Tip Sheet. Here we got some codes today from our good friend, Private Ross, Mahoning Valley. Some free picks today over at Mahoning Valley. Hello, Don Johnson. And if, like Private Ross and Don Johnson, you want to say hi, please do so. Whether you're watching on X or you're watching on YouTube, let us know where you're at in the world. And if you have any picks today or you have any great thoughts, share them with us. Also, we'll share with you at the end of the show all of our picks and great thoughts over at, if there are any, over at horseracingtoday.net. Right there, it'll say Gulfstream Park. When you click on that, you will find our smart sheets for today, as well as an explanation on how to use them. If you like what we do, you can support the show right there with our tip jar and a link back over to Guaranteed Tip Sheet. Right there, a race replay. We will timestamp every single race inside the YouTube description. And then right there, you'll see our picks and go on from there. In race number 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, trifecta box. The first at the Gulfstream. The 7 is a triple drop in class. Ice cold cup of water. Well, everybody wants to get to the picks, Terry, so why shouldn't we? Whoops, wrong button. I wanted to enlarge the screen, not make it disappear. 1 mile and 70 yards on the all-weather because everything got moved off of that. So $1.70 on the all-weather, Terry. Stalkers do well. 29% on the lead. Post positions 1 through 7. Play fair. 8 and out, a little bit of a discount. So a little bit of early speed. We'll do there you go. Our smart sheets, race number 1. Terry, who's got some gas? A lot of green over here.
Yeah, there is a lot of green. A lot of them have some figures that are pretty nice, but the 4 is the best figure there. So the 4 should get to that quarter pole first.
Yeah, 4, a little bit of a left arrow action. The 10, a little aft arrow action. The 6 horse is actually the one that wants to lead. Wouldn't be surprised to see that one break the sharpest in there, Terry. Really no strong C zones, nothing over 50%. A lot of red over here, so maybe some overlays in this opener.
Yeah, take a look at that 1 from 10 to 1 to 30 to 1. The 4 goes from 3 to 1 to 6 to 1. The 5 is from 10 to 1 to 31 2, and then the 8 is from 10 to 1 to, well, I guess that's 10 to 1. It might be a little bit less.
Yeah, more. It's probably like 9.8 or something. Yeah. Again. This is a maiden race. So in these maiden races, the speed figure, this is not really accurate because when it moves off to the Tapeta course, that number would change. But with that in mind, still, there's a barometer they all have to reach. And so far, only one of them has hit that barometer, Terry.
Yeah, that 4 has got it. And it also has the best chance, according to the data, to do it again today.
Yeah, our Par Plus, we do some simulations, and in 26% of them are 260 out of 1,000. The 4 horse did manage to score that 75. So your first-time starter over here, Terry. Ordinarily, we want 2.5 or better. But when you see one of these, it definitely merits consideration when everybody else is in no or maybe. What is that?
That's right. That back bullet workout is something that's a very positive thing for a horse coming out for the first time.
We also like jockeys and trainers. We identify them over here. Terry identifies them for us all the time.
Yeah, the 8's the best jockey on that 2-year-old, and the 10 is the best trainer, but I think the 3 actually has the best trainer jockey combination.
3 also has a last race speed figure edge, 3 points better than the rest. 4 is your simulation favorite, almost a tie with the 3. You see when we do our speed sims, the 3 tops the list there. 4 on the front. The 5, however, bombs away, is our top total pace horse, Terry. So take it away.
Well, I like the 3 Del Mar Surprise. Finished third versus similar in the last race. Has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. Kind of clever. The 4 trainer wins 31% of the horses when moving horses from a maiden to a maiden claiming race. Dropping in class, adds Lasix. Justice Prevails. The 10 drops in class today. Has a high percentage winning jockey and trainer. And then my long shot 7 Blues Music. Drops in class today, has a high percentage winning trainer, and this trainer wins 33% of the races when taking a horse from a maiden to a maiden claiming event. No bets in here for me.
Yeah, there's going to be a fast track today, folks, because it's sunny down there, very sunny down there, unless more rain is coming. I have the 3-horse Del Mar Sunrise. I've never seen one, Terry. You probably have. What's it like?
Oh, it's pretty nice. Yeah, I've been to Del Mar 2 or 3 times, so yeah, it's really nice.
That one did have the top last race speed figure, 3 points better than everybody else. This one's been better on turf than all weather, but could be better in the third start after a layoff. Toulouse-Lautrec, better early pace and fractions. We see that right here. And this horse's only race on the all-weather track would probably be enough to take home the top prize. Faena, first timer, the 8-horse, not the best of works, but nice back works, particularly that back bullet. And then the 4, kind of clever, sim favorite. It's the only yes horse in the race. You got to have it. We have Bennie in the bet bucks, $100. I'm going to put a $1 double, 2-3 with the 1, 3, 4, and 6 as they load up for the first in Gulfstream Park on this Thursday. For those of you that like the late daily doubles, there you go. You see our picks for round number 2. Terry, whilst we wait for these horses, because some of them, they're not eager to get into the gates right now, what can folks do to make sure that they don't miss anything that we bring to bear, say, next week when we get back to Parks or Tampa or Gulfstream next Thursday?
Well, you need to subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't done that so far. Go ahead and hit the bell so you're notified about all the programs about 30 minutes before they start. And then copy the link below and share it with everybody you know. They can come and check us out too. Go to our Facebook, X, TikTok, Instagram, Blue Skies at Horse Race, the number 2 day. Give us a thumbs up and a like, and subscribe to any of those that you can. And go ahead and keep comments and picks coming like you're doing today, as they really help the show.
Yeah, Lauren Schapp really helps other handicappers as well out there. He over on his X feed at Lauren_Schapp at X. He goes ahead and aggregates many tracks with many picks and many handicappers. So, Lauren, give us the numbers today in the comment section. Race number 1. I don't know what's going on here. We got some strange feed going on. It works like on one of them. So, like on the main TVG page, I don't see the race. When I pop open the screen, then I do see those horses. Well, right now the 3-horse, not the warmest of favorites at 9-5. The 10-horse, Justice Prevails, catching some money as well from 4-5 down to 2-1. And they're all going to load up in there. I think it looks like it's going to be really nice down there today in South Florida. Nice place to live, I'm sure. They're off and they're running, and that 5-horse, the 30-1, 24-1 top total pace horse has darted out to the lead, Terry.
Wow.
You might be regretful not putting that in our picks, especially at 25-1, right?
Yeah.
The 2 favorites, so the 3-horse running a little rank. He's got his head up in the air. So if he can get his act together, he might be all right. But the 5 is on the lead still. Modest fractions, 24.5 seconds. The 10-horse moving up aggressively in there. The 3-horse now trying to find some running room, although he's still running a little green. Got a couple of horses now that are trying to get themselves into the mix, including the 2 Toulouse, the track. The 8-horse right now, Faena, the first-time starter. That one's in the mix too. They make their way down the backstretch. The 5-horse starting to tire a little bit. Really not that fast, though, almost 50 seconds. A whole host of horses are now trying to get involved. Right now, it does look like that first-time starter, Terry, could be the most dangerous of them all. He's looming boldly, as they like to say, on the outside there. The 10 horse is going to make him run up the track. It's going to be between the 10 and the first-timer. I think the first-timer might overtake him. It's tough to tell because the 10's coming up the track a little bit. A lot of times first-timers don't like that. 10 and the 8 are digging in. The 8 is digging out. The 10 horse is looking for the 8 horse. 10 horse came back. They're going to really battle it out to the wire. Pretty tough fight. It's going to go 8 to 10, and then that long shot, the 5.
Wow.
Woo, Terry. So if we go back, I figure today's going to be a crazy day with all these maiden races, right? So as we point out all of the time, when you have all the no's and one yes, those first-time starters, if you have a reason to take them, that back bullet right there, the top jockey to boot. The 10 horse was a maybe class dropper, so you had to put that one in there. And that 5 horse, Terry, the top total pace at 26 to 1.
Wow.
That race is going to pay a pretty nice trifecta there, folks.
Sure is.
I mean, it wasn't the easiest way to get there, but you certainly could have gotten there, right?
Yes, you can.
What we got going on here? Casamblanc Flo. How are you doing? Nice to meet you this morning, my friend. Hey, I don't speak Spanish. Let's put it into English. Where the race is happening is somewhere around here. College basketball. There you go. I love it. Miami, Ohio, and High Point. Parlay, baby. What's that? Plus, with High Point, if are you taking the points, John Egan, or are you playing the line? The money line, I should say. All right, race number 2. Because if you're taking the money line with High Point today, that's going to pay plenty. $170 on the all-weather track. Another maiden race, Terry. This is I don't know if that's the lowest level they have down there. It's got to be damn close. Maiden claiming 12.5 during the championship meet at Gulfstream Park. That speed figure of 75. We're going to be talking about this all day, Terry.
Yeah.
Well, we got a few of them in this case who've actually hit it.
Well, you can take a look and see that 1, the 4, and the 6 of all either equaled or exceeded the speed par number, and that 8 came within 1 point. So looks pretty good. And as far as today, looks like Lomax has got the best chance to do it again today.
Yeah, it looks like Lomax does indeed have a best chance to do it today. You got a couple in here that are maybe 3. So when you look at the par speed figure of 73, maybe -3 would be a 72. Every 5 lengths equates to about 1. Every 5 points, equates to about 1 length. So all within a length. Here at Terry, we like to look at the jockeys and trainers, and we got to stand out on that one.
That's right. That 6 has the best jockey and trainer, so it's the best jockey-trainer combination.
From a running style standpoint, really see here no real front runners, pilot, co-pilots type. We do have a co-pilot with the 4. PC, now they're looking for their first win, so that means none of them have won, but when the 1 has run its best, it can do from the front or the back. The 3 of the 6 want to close. The middle of the back. The 7 and 8 so far not within 5 lengths of the leader at the finish line. One standout over here, the top total pace with the 4 getting 5 points, Terry, meaning it's a 1 length advantage, although the 6 becomes a heavy simulation favorite after the 2 scratch. You see over here, too, the 6 has the most upside, and its average race is better than the top for most of the others. So maybe the 6 horse is the one to beat in race number 2. Terry, what say you?
I believe that. I think the 6 is the best one in here. Lomax finished 3rd versus similar in the last race, has a high percentage winning jockey and trainer. Live to Ride, the 4, finished 3rd versus similar in the last race, has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey as well. Tap Slick, they've won, ran 2nd versus similar in the last race, has the best all-weather speed among today's starters and highest last race speed rating. Then I like the 3 as my long shot. Boston Punk has a high percentage winning trainer and can go the distance. I'm going to play my very first Miami Vice Don Johnson pick 4, 146 with a 2-3-4-7 with the 2-4-5-6 with the 1-4, a $48 ticket.
So they're having right now they're having an objection. I don't really see anything because I think both horses kind of bump into each other. They might take the 8 down. I don't know that if I were a steward, I would do that because the 10 comes out, the 8 comes in, they kind of bump. And once they start bumping each other, but you never know. What the stewards are going to say, right? It's their call. My call here is Live to Ride in race number 2. Top total pace. This horse has been everywhere but the winner's circle. 9 times out at Gulfstream. 6 wins. 6 wins, right? It would be like 1 to a million. 6 seconds and a third. The 6-horse Lomax is the sim favorite. As we talked out, is also our top par plus, Terry, that we talk about there. A really strong chance, a 43% chance to hit that par speed figure. And you got IRAD. It'll be closing. So IRAD usually paces his horse as well. Tap stick, standout C-zone. Better across the board in its last race. When I say standout C-zone, I said really nothing over 50%. But when you look at it relative to everybody else, the 1 should get an excellent trip today. And then finally, we have the 3-horse for me, Frosted Punk. 3 consecutive speed figure increases. And this horse is making its second start after a layoff. So maybe another career best effort coming today. My pick 4, 1, 3, 4, and 6 with the 3 and 4. Then I have the 1, 3, 4, and 5, and then the 3, 4, and 5. In a lot of maiden races, who the hell knows what's going to happen, right, Terry?
That's right.
Going to be, all we need is 2-year-olds to make it even better. I think that would be great. Off to race number 3 out of 10 today. This is 5.5 furlongs on the all-weather surface. 5.5 furlongs on the Tapita. You're looking at early speed, Terry, 41%, a clump of them win wire to wire. The rail for Elagio is fair, 2 and 3, a bit of a discount. 4 through 7, a bonus. The best place to be, besides here with Terry and I, is 8 and out. In race number 3, Terry, our smart sheets will tell us which one of those horses has a great chance to get to the lead. And what do the smart sheets have to say?
Well, it appears to me the 4 has the best chance, but the 3 might have something to say about that if the 4 has a problem breaking.
1, 4, and 6 for our good friend John Egan in race number 2. And what do they do over there? Did they take anything down? Did they change anything? Now the pop-out video is not even working. I don't know what's wrong. I should have left it open, Terry, but I did not. You see here the 1 is actually the one that wants the lead because it's an E-type. The 2, 4, and 7, they are co-pilots. The 3 and the 6, so the 3-horse, Terry, becomes left arrow. No C-zones over 50%. But we have a couple of good jockeys and trainers to consider once again.
Yeah, the 6 is the best jockey, and then the 7 is the best trainer. But I think the 6 is the best trainer-jockey combination.
Best play in college basketball is a coin flip. We're on college hoops today, so what the heck? Let's talk about that. If you go back through our shows on Horse Center, or maybe it was when Sean and I did the, I don't know, we did, anyway, we had the gentleman on, I forget his name right now, from the show Action on Showtime, Krakenberger. Bill Krakenberger was his name? I forget. But he mentioned college basketball is actually the best of all the sports to bet. He said particularly the first half because there's none of that free throw stuff at the end of the game, so teams play it out. So if you're a lot of opportunities to do that. My son, he puts together this incredible spreadsheet for the college hoops tournament. Maybe we'll put it online one day. We'll see. All right. In race number 3, some other data to look at. The 3 horses, a 5-point speed figure edge. Big simulation favorite over there, Terry. Also our top total pace horse. Despite their odds, the 3 and the 4, Terry, both are overlays. Not too bad about that.
That's right.
Do you have them as your overlay picks in race number 3?
I like the 4, yes. And Glory won that last race at Gulfstream Park, has a high percentage winning trainer. Then 3, Honor Her, will last win at Gulfstream Park. Top speed at today's distance, fastest all-weather speed in the field. Stu Bold. Number 2, finished third in last.
Just don't call them stupid, Terry.
Yeah. It finished third. She finished third in her last race at Gulfstream Park. Jockey has high win rates. Sweet Sass, the 7 is my long shot. Drops in class today. Has a high percentage winning trainer. And this trainer wins 19% of the sprints he has a horse competing in. No bets in this race for me.
So that opening trifecta, Terry, the 8 to 10 to 5 paid $212.15. The exacta, 8-10, paid $25.50. Kind of surprising to me, really, that the exacta in that race didn't pay more. But hey, I'm not the one that sets the pools and makes the bets. I have Glory, just like you, and Honor Air as the top 2 picks. I think they're probably standouts relative to everybody else in here. I don't know. The 4 horse could be on the pace, making the second start in a row for just the second time in its career. So I call that a finely healthy horse. Honor Her, top last race speed figure, handful of points better than everybody else. The top total pace was a little bit faster last out, so showing improving form. Stu Bold, consistent and room for more in round 2 off the sidelines. And then the 6 for me, I'd love to win. The Yes horse was a tough call over Sweet Sash. But the 7's got a lot of races without a break. Looked like it really tired out at the end of its last effort. And the 6 horse is making the second start after a layoff. So potentially a little fresher on the odds board as well. No bets for me today in race number 3. Race 4, we will have our thoughts on another pick 4, Mr. Terry. I think they're going to go 1 mile. This is another maiden claiming race. Just the best of cards today in South Florida. Good thing they got great weather. 1 mile, 1 turn, usually favors speed, Mr. Terry. It does indeed. 21% of the time they win on the lead. There's a rail discount for Cuddle the Kitten. 2 and 3 get a bonus. 4 through 7 fairish. 8 not, again, the best place to be. So speed matters, particularly if we got a Buffalo Girl on the outside, Terry, but we get really more of a middle placed horse.
That's right. That 3 has really a lot of speed compared to everything else.
Does have a ton of speed. It might not necessarily utilize it with a 2.6 C zone. Really none of them scoring very high. The 1, the 2, the 5, and the 6 not within 5 lengths of the leader at the finish line so far. The 4 closer. Looks like all these horses are really going to find it fun trying to run today according to C zone, but maybe a jockey can help straighten some of that out.
Yeah, you take a look there. That 4's got the best jockey, the 1 the best trainer, but that 4 has the best jockey trainer combination, in my opinion.
It's another maiden race where we're looking at that 70 speed figure, Terry. They're going to run on the dirt, so that number's real. So far, has anybody got that done?
No, nobody has. There's actually the 3, 4, and 5 have got within 3 to 5 points of getting there. And then today, you're only going to see maybe the 3 has the best chance to do it today.
Well, the 1 horse has an opportunity to do it today. He has a second race par ability that puts him 5 points past par. So that's a pretty good positive sign right there. So keep an eye out on that one, Mr. Terry. Over here, as far as the sim odds are concerned, you got a really heavy favorite with more than a shadow. 1 to 2 is also your top total pace horse in there. So is the 3 horse they're going to just absolutely demolish? You don't even have the 3 in your pick, so I don't know.
No, I like the 4 Coated Elegance. Second last out versus similar, owns the joint fastest dirt speed today and trained by a 25% dirt winner. Trill, the 5 drops in class today, can improve our returning to dirt. Number 2 is my 3rd choice, has a high percentage trainer who wins 25% of the dirt starts. And here comes Petal, the 6. Finished 3rd in his last race at Gulfstream Park. Trainer has high win rates. And I'm going to play the 2nd Miami Vice, Don Johnson pick 4, 2, 4, 5, with the 1, 4, 5, 8, with the 2, 3, with the 1, 2, 3, 6, a $48 ticket.
Funny, there's 6 horses in this race, and we have every one of them. One of us is going to be right. Well, the only place we could probably be right is on the 4-horse. So,
yeah.
Anyway, Cuddled the Kitten, second race par ability versus all no's and a few maybes. If it runs up to that level, 10-1, count me in. The 3-horse, More Than a Shadow, is a heavy simulation favorite. Should be out on the lead. Number 4, the only one we agree on. Well, 2 that we agree on. Coded Elegance just missed at this level last out. Our good friend Chris Parmalou says that's his favorite handicapping angle. Finished second by a neck. And then Trill, improved in every race. It is the only maiden special weight dropper. I wanted to include the 5 in my picks today, but I couldn't in my pick 4 because I couldn't get the 2 horses at any other race. So I'm just going to do the Noah plus 1, 1, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 7, 1, 2, 3. So if it goes 3, 3, 3, 3, it can make it all the way through. That would be a fun pick 4. That one's $40.50. The 4 is a triple drop in class. I like that. 4th race is a sprint. Everything points to the 5. So we have a lot of different opinions on race number 4.
Yep.
Race number 5 marks the halfway point of today's, 5 and 6, the end of the first half. 1 mile, not on the turf, so they're going to go back to a $170 on the all-weather track. It'll be the 3rd one in the first 5 races. Stalkers do well, still 29% of the time. If you get to the lead, you can keep it all the way around the track. There are really no deal makers or breakers post positions 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7. But 8 and out, they have it harder than the rest. Although the 8-horse just won the first race and the 10 finished second. But there was a scratch in there, so maybe that's why. In the 5th race, Terry, if we're looking for some speed, we see another 3 that is out there all by myself.
Yep, that 3 has a lot of speed compared to everybody else. If it doesn't have any problems, it should get out to their lead first.
Yeah, it should get out there. It also has a pretty strong C-zone over there, 55. So when you get a horse, there's a really good chance to set the tone, and it is the top C-zone, folks. No matter what you think about what you see in the past performances, give that one a double, a triple, a quadruple look. Terry, if you're going to look at a jockey, you only got to look at one. If you got to look at a trainer, you might have to consider a few.
Yeah, the best jockey's the 5, but the best trainer is the 3, but there are two other ones that are pretty good there too, including the 5. So that makes the 5 the best trainer jockey combination.
The 5 making its second start today can run a speed figure and gets it over par. Gotta like that, indeed. A couple of other identifiable things in here that I have seen perform well. You have a horse that had better early pace, better mid pace, better fractions. The 8-horse also in that mix. Huge class drops like this can be really dangerous. Keep an eye out on that. The 6 is your simulation favorite. The 4 is your top total pace favorite. Terry, to end the first half of the card, who's your favorite?
Well, I like in this race the 4 Irish Gent ran second versus similar in the last race, highest last speed rating, tied with another, and has a high percentage winning jockey. Shotgun the 1, won the last race at Gulfstream Park, likes the distance. The 5 Emerging Leader comes in from Argentina after winning the debut race there, and trainer and jockey have high win rates. And then I like for my long shot the 8 Patrick's Promise. Finished 3rd versus similar in the last race. Jockey has high win rates. No additional bets for me here.
Now, I know, Private Ross, it's a route, but because it's a one-turn route, they act more like it's a $170 on the a $170. Yeah, on the was it? Yeah, that was race 4. That was a mile. Anyway, never mind. I got sidetracked. I'm going to go with the Emerging Leader. It does have it. It's making its second start. Does have second race par ability, so we have to keep that in mind. The most upside in the field. Not quite sure how we got that 85 figure, but there must be a speed figure somewhere that we base that on. Number 4, Irish Gent, is your top total pace horse, top par plus horse. What's not sure is its ability on all weather. Hasn't done it yet. Number 3, Walking in Memphis. Could be scary from what I've read. The pretty tough city. Should be out front all by myself. That strong C-zone could go all the way. And then finally, Back in the Saddle again. Good song from Aerosmith from way back in the day. Moves into the sim favorite status with the 2-horse taking a trip to the sidelines. $5 exact key box 5 with the 1, the 3, the 4, and the 6. Counting on the Argentinian to be like Messi and show up when it counts. Another triple drop in class with the ice cold glass of water for Irish Gent today. I'm going to be in Ireland for the first time in my life on July 4th. That should be fun. Have you ever been there, Terry?
Where?
Ireland?
Nope.
I haven't been there either. It'll be first time for me. Should be a lot of fun. Got a good friend from Wales who tells me that they have a ton of fun in Dublin. It's his favorite city. Rich picks the cryptic code in the 5th with the 5. The 5 with the 5. If I get 5-1 odds, it's a lock. No such thing as a lock, folks. I guess what we're going to do here, Terry?
We're going to do the 6th race.
And all-weather maiden race. Again, a sprint that does favor some horses that have some early speed. Almost 4 out of 10 win on the lead. So get to the front, stay to the front. 77 is that speed figure, Terry. So tell me, in race number 6, who's hit par and who's got speed?
Well, the only one that's hit par is 3. And although the 2 came within 1 point and the 1 came within 2 points, the 5 has the most speed in here, followed up by the 6 and the 7.
Couple first-time starters again over here, Terry. One of which does get over that 2.5, both of which have something that the 8-horse in the opener had.
Yeah, that's right. You can take a look and see that that one that's at 2.96, which is the 7-horse, has a back bullet, but also the 6 has a back bullet.
Yes, you got to keep an eye out for those horses with those back bullet workouts. My theory is, and I remember when Charles was on here, he would argue with me about this, but I think it's perhaps proven to be true. Horse trainers, at some point, they have to figure out what they have. So there's got to be at least one workout where they tell the training jockey or the jockey, hey, let this one rip. And that's when they get a sense of what they have. Again, the 2-horse over here, Ghost Light, another horse that has the only one that showed better pace, better fractions out of the horses with some experience. The 5-horse, Terry, hasn't finished within 5 lengths of the leader, but today he's got a 93% chance to like the pace. That's pretty hot.
That's really true, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty smoking. Couple of class droppers in here, Terry. Really no big favorite, 3-1 to 4-1. Of course, you only have 4 horses, so there can only have with experience. So those will be your top 4 total pace horses. Another race that's pretty wide open. What you got and why?
I like the 3, Just Sylvia. Ran 2nd versus Tougher in the last race, drops in class today. Best all-weather speed is Fast Monk today. Starters, Ghost Light, the 2, ran 2nd versus Trainer. Last race, the Trainer and Jockey have high win rates. Ball up top. The 1 finished 3rd in the last 2 starts, has a high percentage winning trainer. And this trainer wins 18% of the maiden claiming events it has a entry in. And then I like a first-time starter, the 7, whose dam has 5 winners from 6 starters. Breeding suits today's distance, and the trainer has high win rates. No bets for me here.
So I have the 2-horse Ghost Light as my top pick. Speed, catching laces for the first time. When you get Lasix and you have speed for the first time, a lot of times those horses hang in there to the finish line. Then Just Sylvia, it is the only yes horse, the only one that's hit par so far. You have to include her in her picks. The 7-horse, I was really thinking about putting this one on the top. It is the top rated first-time starter. They're going to run on all weather. Many folks tell us in the business there's correlation between all weather and turf. And if you look at a 4-furlong turf workout, that back bullet, Terry, 46 seconds. You know what they call that?
It's pretty fast.
Yeah, really fast. And then I have the 6, Our Perfect Amanda, the other first-time starter, much like the 8, not the best first-time starter score, but does have a back bullet. Was a tough call for me over Ball Up Top. No additional bets for me either. Let's move off to the 7th race, Terry. We got about 10 minutes before race number 2. Back-to-back 5-furlong all-weather races. We already talked about speed having a pretty good impact on the races. Post positions 1 through 3 are fair. 8 and out, when there is a horse that goes out that far, is the best place to be. So in race number 2, Terry, we don't have 8 horses, but we do have one that looks like it can be out on the front all by itself.
Yeah, the 2, it's got almost triple the numbers of anything else in there, so it should get to the front first.
But it doesn't need the front, Terry. You see here the 2 horse is a pilot, co-pilot type. So it can win on the lead. It can win pressuring. Not surprising with that co-pilot status. It gets an excellent chance to get a great trip today.
Yeah, it has a really nice C-zone of 71%. Followed up by that 6, it's at, I think that's 50%, 56%.
You know, the 3 and the 6 are a part of a group that can pressure or close. The 5 wants to close. The 2 and the 1, both of them can pilot or co-pilot. Terry, who's got the best pilot today?
Well, take a look. The 5 and the 6 have the best jockeys, along with the 3, 2. I'm sorry, the 3, 4, and 6. I'm in the wrong race here. But the 6 has the best jockey, the 3 the best trainer, but I think the 3 is actually the best trainer-jockey combination.
Yeah, pretty strong on that. Everybody's come within a few points. This is one of those races where just about anybody can win. Look for improvement. You see the 4 horse. Well, all the first 4 horses have some improvement. Maybe some class droppers. The 2 horse is your simulation favorite. Also scored the highest, barely over the 3 when we do our simulations. It tops out as our top total pace. Again, barely over the 3. So in race number, what are we in? Race number 7, right?
Yep.
Is it the 2 and the 3 or somebody else?
I like the 1 over those 2. Finishing the money in the last 5 races, winning 3 of those, and has a high percentage winning trainer. Very consistent horse. The 3, Heir to Roar, performs well at Gulfstream Park, finishing in the money 58% of the time, winning 29% of the starts, and at today's distance, spending the money 64% of the time, winning 32% of the starts. Musical design, the 2 won 2 races of the last 4 starts. Drops in class today. Best all-weather speed is fast among today's starters. And then number 6, My Wife Knows It All, finished in the money in 8 out of the last.
Isn't that true?
Yeah, 8 out of the last 10 starts, winning 4 of those. Has a high percentage winning jockey and trainer. I'm going to play the last Miami Vice pick 4. 1, 2, 3, 6 with a 4, 5, 6, 7 with a 4, 7 with a 6, 7, 9, $48 ticket.
Yeah, I heard you chuckle right there when you said My Wife Knows It All, Terry.
Yeah.
I once saw a T-shirt down in Florida, and what is it? I forget the name of the place. They have all those Greek shops down there. God, I hate getting old because I can't remember anything. Tarpon Springs. There we go. I heard it got really whacked out by one of the hurricanes recently, but there was a T-shirt that said, "Who needs Google? I'm married. My wife knows it all." Musical design, the 2 horse. It's our simulation favorite. The top total pace should be on the lead with the top C-zone, dropping in class. He could go all the way. Number 3, Heir to the Roar, highly consistent. Horse had a pretty solid run last time out. Ordinarily connects strong runs. And then the 1 horse, Roxy, only horse that is better across the board. This one's run short sprints 11 times. Terry finished in the money 10 of 11. That's pretty consistent. And then, of course, My Wife Knows It All. It is a class dropper. Usually comes off the bench hot. She's going to come out of the kitchen hot with Terry after that chuckle. Whack him upside the head with the cast iron pan.
Yeah, she will.
Yeah, and she might do it to me too because I left her off my pick 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 4, 5, 4, 6, 7, and 9. They're making their way across the track, Terry. So just a reminder, as they're going to go over there to get into that all-weather track. The free picks today are at Mahoning Valley over at Guaranteed Tip Sheet. When we're done with race number 10 over on horseracingtoday.net, you will find right there to say Gulfstream Park. All of our picks, our thoughts, as well as our Bennie in the bets suggestions. Whilst you're there, hit that HRT gear button right up in there. Come on over here and get yourself a Horse Racing Today cap, as Terry and I are both sporting. Just lets you know that I couldn't get my hair right. So whenever I have a ball cap on, folks, it's a bad hair day for Rich. Now you know that going forward. Best bet of the day, number 3, Heir to the Roar, race number 7. In race number 7, the 2 is dropping a ton. cold glass of water for our good friend John Egan. And let's see, race number 2. They're making their way to the gates. Let me pop up a screen that's actually working. Let's go over to our smart sheets for race number 2. One adjustment I definitely have to make for this is I have to put in the bottom, in the footers, like race 1, 2, 3, 4, like all the other races, so you can just click off to that race. So did a 2-horse scratch late here in race number 2, Terry?
No, that you've got 3 up there.
Oh, that explains why he's not in there. All right. So the 6 horse is your 4 to 5 favorite, so no value in that. 4 horse is 9 to 2, so a little bit of value there. The 3 horse is 9 to 1, some value there. All right, well, they're off and running. The 1 horse in race number 2, Tap Stick, is taking the, well, actually the 3 horse now. Frosted Punk is out there punking the rest of them. The 4 horse, 9 to 2. Now taking the lead. The gray, the 3, taking his time. It's a really tight field in here. You got about 2 lengths between the nose of the 4 and the tail of the 7 now. Add Mahora. 4 horse on the lead, 24.16 seconds. A little bit quicker than that last race was. 3 horse continuing in the second race, second place status. So he's starting to run a little bit. He's moving out on the track, trying to get himself a little bit running position. They make their way down around the bend. You got the 1, you got the 3, you got the 4. The 6 horse, the favorite, he's already coming at being asked to run. Right now, I would say it's probably between the 1 and the 3 who's going to likely win this race. Well, the 6 horse is mounting a big run on the outside. The 4 horse trying to come back. It's going to be tough for the 6 horse, I think, to win. It's going to be tough for the 4 horse, I think, to win. I think the 1 horse might actually be the winner right here. Although the 6 horse is trying to stride up into that position, but the jockey's really working him. The 1 horse hasn't really been asked to go, but the 6 horse is going to go by him. How about that?
All right.
6, and then the 1, then the 3. Kind of surprised the 6 is able to do that. 6, 1, 3, 4. 6, 1, 3, and 4. As we, unfortunately, Terry would have both been probably better off with the 1 horse winning.
Yeah.
But the favorite comes home first, followed by the second favorite, and then the 3 and 4. So the top 4 horses just mostly in order there. We have race number 8 on our agenda now. I think this is a race of significance. 5 furlongs, not on the turf, but on the all-weather again. So
That's right.
you're going to talk about early speed, 40% going wire to wire in this spot. The post positions 1, 2, and 3 are fair. 4 through 7, a little bit of a discount. 8 and out's the best place to be. In race number 8, Terry, it's going to be race number 9 on here. Perfect. Where's the speed at?
Well, look at that 5. Boy, it's 100% speed. But that's because there's a lot of the new horses in here that have never ran. So if you take a look at that information, I see something there that I haven't ever seen before. At least I don't remember seeing it. If you look at the first timers, a 3-0 is the best you can get. And look here, that 8 has a 3-0 and a back bullet. And then the close to that is the darn 4 with the 2.99 with 2 back bullets. So those are a couple of horses to really take a look at. I think you're really be nice to take a look at the 2-year-olds or the maidens. I guess I don't know that they're 2-year-olds, but maidens. And there's 2 horses that have equaled or exceeded the speed in the past. That's 2 yes horses, the 5 and the 6, that both equaled or exceeded the par speed number for today's race.
Yeah, the 1 horse, the other horse that has some experience along with the 7, they're both no's. So this race, Terry, I mean, there's a lot to talk about in here, but really it's between the 5 and the 6 and probably some order of the first-time starters. That would be the way I would consider this race. Looks like a lot of jockeys have done fairly well. So hot jockey, I don't know, how can you have so much green? I don't know.
Yeah,
They all must have high win rates. Well, In race number 8, Terry, is this your best bet?
No, ninth race is my best bet. So
all right. So what do we got in race number 8?
I like number 5, Burning Bridges, ran second versus similar on the only start, highest last race speed rating tied, has a high percentage winning jockey and trainer. And then I like the 6, Jubilee Parade, finished third versus similar in last race, highest last race speed rating is tied with Burning Bridges, has a high percentage winning jockey and trainer as well. Then I like first time starter, the 7. No, I'm sorry, he's not the first time starter. Mr. Traveling Man finished third versus similar in the last race on an all weather track and has a high percentage winning trainer. Jockey Lasix is added. Then I like a first time starter as my long shot. Number 4, General Bradley. Breeding suits today's sprint distance. Trainer and jockey have high win rates. No bets for me here.
So race number 2, the 6 horse was your winner. Then the 1 horse was your second place finish. Then the 3, and then the 4. That's how that order went in race number 2. In the 8th race, I have the 5 horse, Burning Bridges, the 6 horse, the 5 and the 6. They're both yes horses, although the 5 horse has second race par ability. Anytime you're approaching triple digits, those horses have maybe future dates in stakes races. Jubilee Parade. English Richard. That one is a yes horse. More upside than it's shown so far, potentially in just the 3rd career start. No Rain, No Flowers. Top rated first timer. Has a bullet and go. Just so we can explain that. I mentioned from my experience, I made this up on my own and then saw it subsequently elsewhere. But so if they're running 4 furlongs, you got that right there, 4 furlongs. So 4 times 12 equals 48. So anything that equals or is less than 48 gets that bullet status. Since it's the bullet, the workout prior to racing, that's a bullet and go. And according to Barry Meadows, that was added in, that wins at 15% or more. The 4 horse, General Bradley, that's the second rated first timer. That one has a back bullet and a bullet and go. So any workout other than the last one where it is a bullet, that's called a back bullet. And that's my theory among horses. The trainers are going to let them loose. They let that one loose twice. So look out. All right, we know that race number 9 is going to be Terry's best bet. It's 6 furlongs. It's not it's not on the Torpedo, so that's a positive. 30% wire to wire. There's a real discount for Fermi. 2 and 3 get a bonus. 4 and 7 are fair. 8+ is the best place to be, Mr. Terry. So in race number 9, do we have any Buffalo girls? No, it's more middle in.
Yeah, the 1 and the 5 is going to be probably going head to head, trying to get to that quarter pole first.
They're going to duke it out. All right, so you see the 1. The 5 so far not within 5 lengths of the winner at the finish line. You got a bunch of speed in here, so all these horses are going to press forward. Not surprising. It's a sprint. Of these horses, even though that one didn't, well, I guess it doesn't take much not to finish within 5 lengths of the finish line, but sure looks like the 5 is going to like where it's at.
Yep. It's got almost 50% C zone, which is double everything else in here.
Yeah, it's also a second race par ability horse in there. Terry, who does have the best jockey, best trainer combo?
Well, the 4 is the best jockey, 7 the best trainer, but the 4 is the best jockey trainer combination.
4 also 4-point speed figure edge. So if you're 4 in a 4, if this was race number 8, that would absolutely be some sort of message. The 7 is our simulation favorite. The 5 with the second race status, even though it's not been within 5 points of anybody else, 5 lengths of anybody else in its lone race. Terry, this is kind of I would say, a aggressive move by Terry.
Yeah.
Taking a race where it looks like just about anybody can win. So let's drum roll this, baby. Who's Terry's best bet is?
Number 4, Mo Hinks is my best bet of the day. Won last race at Gulfstream Park, likes the distance, features a top percentage winning trainer and jockey. Then I like the 7 as my second choice, finishing the money in 4 out of the last 5 starts, winning one of the races, has a high percentage winning trainer. Number 3, R Tun Hu Won last race at Gulfstream Park. Features a top percentage winning trainer jockey as well. Saratoga Honey, the 5 is my long shot, won her debut race at Tampa Bay Downs as a high percentage winning jockey. And I'm going to go in the last 5 days. I've had 4 winners and 1 second as my top pick. I'm going to go for my top pick again with the 4, a $20 win ticket, $10 exacta box 4-7, $10 exacta 4 with the 3-5-7, and then a $5 exacta box with the 3-4-7. That's it for me.
Ah. I have 27 different handicappers. Not I, Lauren, at Lauren_Shap. Kind of caught me right in the middle of a sentence there, mid-sentence. So, Lauren, it's not me. 27 handicappers at Gulfstream, Mahoning, Oaklawn, Fairgrounds, Lauren_Shap at X. Make sure you head on over there. Lauren does a lot of great work. Make sure you follow Lauren. And then if any way you can support him with a little bit of Bennie in the bucks, make sure you do that because it's a lot of free work for people on the internet. I'm going to go with Saratoga Honey. I know it ran at Tampa Bay. Usually you come up the track, down, you go south and east in Florida. Your speed figures go south too. But second race upside puts this horse in contention, as does good odds. The workout at Gulfstream Park was reasonable, so may take to that track as well. Then Mo Hijinks, so causing more trouble. Rerunner last race, it's a wrap. I rode for the first time last time, getting that Maiden win, stays on board off that top last race speed figure. Then the 3 are Tune Who. I have no idea. Only horse that was better across the board last time out. You see that right there. 5 ways. Do I have the right race on here? That's not the right. No, that was the 3 horse. I'm sorry, not the 4. That was 5 ways better last time out. The only horse in the field. And then I have the 1 Fermi. I know that rail position's kind of more difficult than most, but a lot of upside in just the 4th career race. Catching more distance helps. So I gave it a little bit of an edge over the Turkish Pistachio. $5 exacta key box with the 5, with the 1, the 3, the 4, and the 7. Terry, we got 1 race to go before we're up and out of here today to make sure that you catch everything we do next week. And I suspect maybe next week, Foreign Fridays will return. We have a lot of other content that we'll be bringing on board shortly to make sure you don't miss any of that. What do you want to do?
Well, you need to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Go ahead and hit the little bell so you're notified about all the different programs coming up. And go ahead and copy the link at the bottom. Send it to everybody you know. They can come check us out. I know they're going to like what they see. Go to our social sites at X, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Blue Skies at Horse Race, the number 2 day. Give us a thumbs up and a like. Keep the comments coming and the pics as we like to see them, and they help us out quite a bit.
Yeah, we're just a few short of 7,000 of subscribers on YouTube. If you're watching now and you haven't subscribed, if everybody who's watching now hits the subscribe button, we'll get over 7,000. We'd greatly appreciate that. We hope that by the end of the year, with all the new content we bring, we can actually get above 10,000, because at that time, YouTube unlocks a whole other set of tools that really helps accelerate your growth. We would greatly appreciate it if you help us get there. Race number 10, Terry, 5 furlongs on the turf. Not on the turf, on the all-weather. I don't know if they can go back to turf after they take it off, but 80 is that speed figure in the finale, Terry. Once again, we have a lot of first-time starters, but one that has hit that number.
Yeah, that 7 has either equaled or exceeded the speed par number for today's race, and it has a pretty good chance to do it again, especially the rest of them all do too, except for the 9. So,
yeah, the 3, 4, 5, and 8 are your first-time starters, Terry. We have 2 that get above that 2.5 and 1 that has that nice number right there.
Yeah, that's that 4 great Go Grace Go has a 2.92 and a back bullet, and then Artsy, I guess that's how you pronounce it, but has a 2.67, so it's above that 2.5 that we like to see.
Yeah, I mean, really, that's about all we can talk about with these first-time starters. I mean, the 7 of the experienced horses, 5-point speed figure edge, does have the yes. And then also here of the experienced horses, the top total pace. I don't know, Terry, if the 7 wins the race. You think it will. What else do you think will happen?
All right. Well, Delightful Darling ran second versus him in our last race. Features a top percentage winning trainer, Pearl of Pearl, the 9. High percentage winning trainer wins 24% of the races when bringing beaten favorite back to race again, and switches to high percentage winning jockey. The 6, my third choice, had some trouble in her debut race and finished 4th, but only missed by 3 lengths, has a high percentage winning trainer. And then I like 4 as my long shot, Go Grace Go, first time starter whose breeding suits today's sprint distance. Trainer and jockey have high win rates. No additional bets for me as I'm completely out of funds.
Last day of eating leftover corned beef from isn't it? I mean, that was Saturday. I always thought it was like 72-hour rule. I don't know, with the refrigerator. I guess that's a 72-hour rule. I don't know. Long story. We'll get into it someday. The 6 horse for me is the favorite. Ignis Core, I guess. Second race, Par Ability. Does have 3 workouts since its last race, so I expect a more fit version today. Number 7 is a yes horse, the only yes horse. Yeah, maybe the horse improves in the second start after layoff. Hasn't shown that ability so far. Go Grace Go. Top rated first timer, does have a back bullet. And then Pearl of Pearl. Third race bounce back coming. So the horse in its first race came out, posted its ability. Second race didn't really improve much at all, maybe a little bit of a step back. A lot of times those horses in the next race really respond. It was a tough call. I was thinking about putting the 5 horse in there too, the other first-time starter with a good score. I'm going to do a trifecta box, 4, 6, 7, and 9 for 50 cents to close out the day's thoughts in terms of Bennie and the bets books. Thank you, Michael. We appreciate that. I do appreciate, as does Terry, the comments. A lot of comments today. We really greatly appreciate that. It'll really help boost our search engine scores. Coming back, I will timestamp every race within the description on YouTube. Coming back and leaving comments too, like just going into the YouTube page where it says leave a comment. Coming back there saying hi, tell us where you are in the world. That really helps boost. So any type of reciprocating engagement really helps us move up the search engine scores with their models. Soon we'll be adding some shorts. I know a lot of them, YouTube particularly penalizes people that don't use the short format. That's going to be coming pretty soon. Here are our picks. Race number 1, the 8 horse one. Race number 2, the 6 horse one. That means the 4 horse, Terry.
Yeah.
Means the next race, right? You got to go in that order, 8, 6, 4.
Sounds like it to me.
Yeah, if the 4 horse wins a lot today, that would be pretty positive. Although right now the 3 horse is the favorite in race number 3. No picks in race number 3. We got to pick 4 in race number 4. You see Terry's, you see mine. Race number 5, I have a $5 exacta key box, looking for some value. Race number 6, nothing. Race number 7, the last of the pick 4s. Race number 8, nothing. Race number 9, Terry's best bet of the day. He might be a touch worried because I'm up against his best bet, which I don't usually do. The last 2 times it's spelled disaster for Terry. The 6 horse is the leader there, a part of a trifecta box. And that wraps up our thoughts for today in that regard. Again, free picks over at Mahoning Valley. Just a minute, we'll post all of our thoughts over at horseracingtoday.net. If you like what we do inside the story, there is a tip jar. Kindly hit that up and let us know. And then another way to support the show and look great is the HRT gear button right there. Come on over there, get yourself a ball cap, a t-shirt, a sweatshirt, whatever you feel you look the best in, no matter what you decide. We know you'll look great because we designed it ourselves. Any final thoughts for you, Terry, before we part ways for the final time this week?
Yeah, I just want to thank all of the people that have made comments today and everybody that's subscribed to our YouTube channel. I just want to give them a big thanks. It really helps us out. We're trying to get to that 10,000 mark so that we can get more tools to work with it so we can help you folks out more. And other than that, just enjoy the weather. If you've got nice weather, if you don't, stay in the house. And we'll see you on Monday at Parks.
Stay in the house. There you go. Actually, we're going to get some great weather in Chicago finally. Going to be in the mid-60s tomorrow, the 70s on Saturday. Going to go play golf outdoors for the first time in 2026. Me and my son tomorrow afternoon. Looking forward to that. Who won Fair Graces? Fairgrounds, maybe, Terry? I don't know what that means. But race number 1 was won by, well, we went through that already. At the fairgrounds, Terry, who won? Are they even racing yet over there?
Let me see here. Fairgrounds. The race 1 actually just went off, and it hasn't really come up with anything yet, so it's not finished.
All right. So, yeah, nothing cooking in race number 1 in terms of that. Yeah, they're still walking around the track, so they haven't even started yet. All right, folks. Well, that wraps it up for another week, as always, and enjoyed my company. To my left over there, Mr. Terry Hollywood Hay, should be Terry Hot Hollywood Hay, the way he's been working. Terry, no matter what you're doing for the rest of this weekend, as well as everybody else who's joined us today, we certainly hope it's filled God's grace, God's favor. Everything that you do has his blessings and ends up in
the winner's circle.
Indeed. We'll see you on Monday. Have a blessed weekend, folks. Here's to a bunch of birdies.